Okay, yeah.
Well, listen, man, thanks for taking time to speak with us. Can you give us a very brief rundown of what your role is in Beneath the Massacre?
Well, I'm the guitar player,
Yep.
so I've been in the band since the beginning, and my job is to write riffs
Yeah.
that hopefully the other guys are digging and are wanting to create songs out of.
Yeah. You basically one of the most integral parts of the band if you were there from the start as well, right?
Uh, I guess you could say that.
As a
Yeah,
unit, of course. It's not one
yeah,
or the
yeah.
other, of course, yeah. But how is everything in the camp right now? Obviously, a very busy period.
It's a bit stressful because we're trying to get back on our feet, but there's so many little micro details that
Mm.
that only people in a band can understand. So now we're at a stage to get ready for our US tour, which is all a bunch of stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, you just sort of said it. It's been a while since you've had to do this build towards a release. Is it something you enjoy?
Well, yeah, ultimately we enjoy it, but it is stressful,
Yeah.
so it's love and hate, I guess. A bunch of shit, but it's required if you want to get shit done. So
Yeah. And of course, you signed with Century Media Records for the release of this new album, Fearmonger. Was that kind of like a good fit for you guys?
yeah, man, we're so stoked. Like seriously,
Yeah.
like when we first heard the news, they had interest in us. We were like, what? So it is a great motivation, honestly. That we know that we have a great team that's backing us. That
Yeah.
helps a lot because we had periods when we were shopping. We didn't know what was going on anymore. Are we gonna sign? Are we gonna go independent? But definitely having a team back us that like believe in us is very motivating and
Yes.
reassuring too.
Yeah, brilliant, reassuring in the sense that they believe in you, and if you believe in you, and you obviously have an outstanding fan base that goes back a long time, then it's just a matter about bringing that music to the plate.
Yeah, yeah.
So is this a bit of a reborn and a re-energized Beneath the Massacre? Would you say?
Yeah, because I think not doing it for so long puts in perspective. Like after playing these shows in Europe, it's like, man, seriously, we all missed the stage.
Mm,
That's I think what we missed the most, and we're like, okay, yeah, like there is all of other bunch of stuff that in a band, that, but once you hit the stage and you have the fans, I mean, okay, you know, that's what I guess we're doing it for.
yeah, I was
That
looking
that
at.
ener that energy is crazy.
Yeah, talking about energy. I was looking at some of your videos earlier on from the UK dates you just did a little while back, and I'm in London, so I was watching the London one, the Underworld, and Jesus, that looked intense.
Yeah, but I was talking more like the fan energy,
Yep.
because we have people fucking cheering after you. It's crazy. It's like a feeling that you can't even buy that shit. If you were a millionaire and you want to buy it, you can't because it's not genuine. So it's like fuck.
Okay,
It's
that's
it's it's
cool.
it's it's rewarding, man. It's like
You
yeah.
sound very positive about it. Yeah.
Well, I think we missed it. We forgot about it. Like we hadn't played shows in like fuck at least 4 or 5 years. So it was
Yeah.
like fuck.
So what were you
It was
doing?
fucking it was stressful though. I have to add that though. It wasn't just like you still have that stress, but it's a good stress.
Did that add any pressure then, considering it's been so many years, and haven't heard the new album? It's a beast, a technical death metal masterpiece. Did you kind of have any
Thanks.
pressure?
Well, yeah, like I said, it is pressure for that. We don't know how people would react.
Mm,
Like, do they still have interest? Or it could have just. I think the feedback's been positive of the two releases, the two singles at the
yeah.
moment. So that's also encouraging. But yeah, I mean, after all this time, the feeling, are we still relevant? Do people still care? But I mean,
They seem to, yeah.
I did, like I said, the feedback seems positive, and people haven't heard the complete CD. So, I mean, hopefully they enjoy it as well.
all you can go on is your comments and stuff like that, and you put the video goes up on YouTube and it's majority positive, and a place like that as well, then something's going right.
Yeah. Well, just the fact people like comment, that means there's a interest. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you hear nothing, then there's no bad comments. I mean, okay, maybe if we're not relevant enough to even be criticized, so fuck.
Fair point, fair point. Are there any particular subjects or themes that were focused on when it came to writing Fearmonger?
Uh, like I said, I'm mostly write the music,
Mm,
like so. I mean, lyrical wise, I was more Elliot.
yeah,
So music wise, we just focus on intensity, like, and it's super random how I write. I keep saying to people, I would like to have a scientific method. Like, okay, I try to. No, man, I sit down my guitar on the computer and I riff out. And when I something catches my ear, I press record and try to keep ideas in that vein
yeah.
while the ideas are flowing. And after that, like we work the structures together because we really try to work on songs. Because if it was just a prog from beginning to start, no one would like it in the band, including myself, because not just technical doesn't mean intricate. You know, you
Mm,
have to have something that hooks the audience ear, and audiences aren't all just guitar players or drummers. So I mean, and even as a listener, you know,
yeah.
if you have hooks and something that comes back, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, it makes sense, and I find that's more interesting.
It's interesting you said as well, because I was going to talk about whether it's a conscious decision between, when it comes to writing instruction songs, about getting that balance of technicality and heaviness without one overshadowing the other.
We work hard on that, and we worked like on our pre-prod over on some, you know, like you just said, to leave everything breathe. Like the bass isn't doing the solos. That's the backbone, and leave place for the vocals, and you know, not just trying to always be front row doing solos, you know, but the whole time it has to be intense. That's basically, I
Mm.
think, if we agree that it's intense, it can be heavy, fast, but it's just, you know, unrelentless.
Yeah, I like to call that star like in your face. You know, you've got really up close to me, and you kind of spitting riffs or vocals square in my face.
That's what we go for, but in there we're trying to make songs too, you know. So
Mm. Well,
it's that's the challenge.
well, yeah, I mean, you've nailed the balance wonderfully on this.
Thanks,
So,
man.
going back to how you say you sit down and you go to writing, do you kind of wait until you're in a mindset? Like, I don't know, you read something or you saw something that either annoyed you or made you happy, and then you use that? Is that something that happens with you?
No, no,
No.
no. Well, maybe Elliot for the vocals,
Mm.
because if you have to have themes more, so. But for the music, no, man. Seriously, it's just if I feel like playing guitar one day, okay, let's see what's going on, and it's really random. But we try to step up the gears when we actually decide, okay, we're finishing this CD. We had way more structure, you know. So we decided this time to do a full pre-prod with Antoine from Ion Dissonance.
Ah,
So instead of me doing all like the engineering with everybody's tracks and trying to work with everybody on their little parts, we were like, okay, we're sending everything to him, all of our ideas, and if you guys want to tweak stuff, you go to him, so I can still continue writing and never stop the writing
oh,
process.
wow.
So that helped me with my discipline because, uh, you know, as you know, there were some days it's so easy to say, oh, I'm uninspired.
Yeah.
But man, sometimes you're uninspired, and since you have that deadline, or you know, because we gave ourselves like a sort of deadlines. Okay, this has to be done for the. And man, when you do sit down and you do try, man, and even though you don't feel like it, you can still have some ideas that come out. Sometimes
Okay.
it doesn't work, but you know, it's like it really helped me to have a more disciplined work ethic. Because
Okay.
man, if you don't have a deadline, that's I think that's also, you know, it's what happened too is like our lives got in the way, and you know, no deadlines and
Mm.
procrastinate. Yeah, and well, it'll get done, but you know, like any project, if it needs a deadline, man, or else shit doesn't get done.
Yeah, yeah. Suddenly 6 months turns into 12, and
And dude,
everyone's still
time
got
passes
off.
by so fast. Yeah, exactly. Like fuck.
Yeah, you're not joking, man. Talking of time passing fast, then the industry's certainly evolved a fair bit since your last album. How are you guys finding that? How are you coping with this I guess increasing demand of streaming and YouTube and all of that.
Yeah, that's what we're figuring out that the social media is so much more important. Like when we started, we had MySpace, then Facebook,
Yeah.
but man, we stopped pretty much before the Instagram, and now Instagram is so like so intricate part of a well, no, not intricate. What's the word? Integral. Anyways, it's
Integral,
part of
yeah.
the music. It's such an important part of the music industry these days, and we're trying to catch up on it. But man, yeah, posting and all this shit. It's a social media. We're we're trying to keep updated, but man, for us, it's a bit overwhelming on that aspect.
Guess that's one
But
of the
we're
positives of having a label in that they can kind of carry some of that weight for you when it comes to like YouTube videos and stuff.
they help, but we have to create the content a lot because people don't want to see the labels content. They want to see us. So we have to try to create content as much as possible, you know.
It's true.
But what I find tough is because for me, content is the music I've been working on all this time, you know. So, but you still have to lead people to that music, you know, keep them interested to go see that music, and you know, and also interested while they're not listening to the music. So that's what I personally have to work on the most, you know, and also maybe show what I do more so that people get interested.
Is it kind of like you guys have to step out from behind the band moniker and hold your hands up and reveal who you are personally almost?
I feel that it is a little more than I'm used to and that I'm comfortable with, but I mean, if it goes with it, I have to do it, you know. That's if you want to be in a band in 2020, got to
It's
get on the gram.
you do need to do that to
Okay, okay,
get
you
a
agree.
level of
Okay.
attention without it necessarily leading to monumental success because success is hugely subjective at the moment in the industry, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I think you have to be like you always have to be present, so for else people will forget about you. That's what I think with
Mm.
Instagram is that it's scroll, scroll, scroll. So our attention spans are so short now. I don't know if it has to do with that. I can't even watch TV anymore because after 10 seconds, I want to change the next channel, next channel, next channel, next channel. So you have to be uh, present constantly. I find, you know, so to be not forgotten, I guess.
Yeah, if you're not, particularly in the lead up to a new album and tours and so on, if you're not on there posting regularly with either updates or this, that, whatever, you get buried, and it sucks,
Yeah,
but it's just the way it is now.
yeah, yeah, totally.
Talking of which, then your tour calendar is beginning to fill up a fair bit. You've got this big US jaunt soon.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost 5 weeks with Origin and Defeated Sanity. Yeah, and that's gonna be our first U.S. tour since 2013, man. So yeah, a lot of stuff we're still preparing to get there, like on the small details.
Mm.
But yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. Cause touring to Europe, man, in a tour bus is one thing, but driving in a van with a trailer in winter after every gig is another. It's another thing completely.
Yeah, when you're from Europe, you kind of forget the size of the states, and then that you're doing a big tour and going state by state. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah, yeah, way more driving, and you do it yourself, man. We don't have a driver, so fuck. It's
Can
more.
ev- can everybody in the band drive?
Yeah, yeah, we all have our driver's license, but I mean, no one wants to drive after playing a set, and especially because they drove all day. Oh man, it's like a uh, unrelentless road trip, nonstop.
Yeah. I guess the positive
Which,
is that you get to go on stage at least for that short bit of period of time, that hour or so.
well, that's why we always tell each other we have to really focus on while we're on stage and appreciate it, because this is the whole point. If we, we have to turn the switch on when we get on stage.
Mm.
Even if we're having a shitty day, we're tired, we don't feel like it. No, no, no. This is the whole point.
Yeah, yeah.
Try to try that half an hour, 40 minutes on stage, man. Go all in, put all our energy in that, and appreciate it too.
Well, I think it's helped your reputation in the past, and going off the last sort of set of shows you did, that you've got that mind frame. Um, Beside music, then, what kind of gets you up in the morning? What gets you excited in life right now?
At the moment, seriously, especially for the last month now,
Mm.
it's just we're trying to prepare everything to leave on tour. Like today, I was supposed to go shop for a van, but there's a blizzard outside, impossible to get out. So that's stressing me out. All like I
Okay.
said, the little micro details, work permits, a bunch of stuff, man. So it's all for the moment, it's the band related stuff because we're leaving in not long, man.
Dominating, man.
Plus, I have to practice the guitar, and like I said, all the little details.
So it literally is just dominating your life right now.
Yeah, yeah. The job is on the back burner. Uh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
it is the busiest
yeah.
time for it, so there's kind of got to be. It's, I guess, a level of expectation that you knew this was coming, but as it's been so long, sharp shock to the system, right?
Well, that's it. Because before, yeah, we would have a new release, but we would have already had our work permits, our vans, since we would have still been in the loop. Now we're trying to get back in the loop with a new release, and it's like doing everything like if you were a brand new band too. So it's like fuck. But we're doing the best we can.
Okay, well, I hope it goes alright. I hope it goes alright. It sounds far too
Me
stressful.
too. uh,
So do you watch do you watch any horror, or are you a gamer?
like I said, I can't even watch shows anymore, and I've never been a gamer. Like I've always lost interest after like 2 minutes playing it for some reason. Even since I was a kid, I can't game, man. I can't get into it.
Okay,
I lose
okay.
interest.
For
And
me,
for horror, I watched the new Dracula on Netflix with my girlfriend.
okay.
I don't know if have you watched that?
Is that the TV series, right?
Yeah, it has just 3 shows. Man,
BBC, I think.
uh, I don't know. It's on Netflix. They only have 3 shows. Man, I was so angry after the third episode. The ending, it's so fucking stupid that I don't know. I've
Okay, I've not
abandoned.
seen it.
Fucking watch it and you think of me after I spent 6 hours of my life and it was gone because of that. The first one's pretty cool. You know, it's more like dark and shit. Man, fuck. The third one is so stupid, man.
Oh, well, have to check it out because we cover horror on the site. We review horror series and films and stuff, so I'll have to check that
Okay.
one out.
Think of me when you watch the third episode, man. Holy shit, man. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god. All right, I'll let you go and wrap up with simply put, do you believe 2020 is the year of Beneath the Massacre, potentially your strongest and biggest?
I hopefully because we're putting a lot of energy in this, and I mean, we want to push the album as much as we can. So
Mm.
I guess it's make or break, man. We're going all in as much as possible, and
Well, it's not.
we'll see how the response goes.
Yeah, February 28th, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I don't know why I'm asking you. I've got it in front of me. February 28th, Fearmonger. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror, and heavy metal. What else is life for?